I'm
just living my
over.
life. I'm just living my life. I'm just living my life. I'm just living my life, and I'm not living.
Information, you should know better. Because I know I knew better. And I was doing a lot of stuff that I knew I wasn't supposed to be doing. But I knew.
Yeah.
I knew I was wrong, and I knew the consequences of being wrong.
So after all this critique, because, it's subjective, just our opinions.
Yeah.
But I would like to ask, what are some things you lacked at 18 that would have better prepared you for life outside of your parents' home? And I ask this question because, again, we're about solutions. So now, looking back on life, let's reflect back on what we would have told ourselves at 18, and just what are some things you lacked at 18 that would have better prepared you for the life outside of your parents' home?
The love of a father. That right there is the big domino that knocks down all the dominoes in a child's life. A loving father. Having that strong masculine energy and having that man that you came from his loin as your hero, as your idol, as your guy, your main guy, your main source while you're on this earth in terms of person that you admire and respect, it can open the doors to a lot of different things. It isn't always about learning, like we were saying earlier, you can't make money when you're mad. You can't do things when you're just angry all the time because your mind can't focus because it's filled with anger. So every time you start working, you'll get angry. The first time you get frustrated, you'll give up, you'll want to quit. But when your mind is centered around love because you've been loved, and the love that people give you, especially your father, it just changes you. It just does. The more I talk to my father, the more I see it changing me. You know what I'm saying? To the point where we finally had our first conversation where I said something that, like he said, and he noticed it. He said, "You sound like me." I said, "That's interesting," because I've been feeling like that for a while. But I didn't have a chance to talk to him because, like, the way I talk, my father talks the exact same way 10 times though. Way more. You won't even get to say 2 words. All you get to do is say hello. And he gone. You know what I'm saying? But that's my pops, and we still working on building, so I'm still able to learn from him, from the love that he gives me by just picking up the phone and calling. Because he don't got to do that either. I'm grown now. He really don't owe me no calls. And he could be like, well, I didn't have a relationship with him when he was a kid, so I'm not going to call him all the time. I could probably do a better job reaching out to him. He calls me. And I make sure I at least try to answer the phone and hit him back, you know what I'm saying? For him at least trying, you know what I'm saying? Putting forth the effort. So I try to meet him halfway. But that relationship right there, that reconnection to him, me just talking to him on the phone for 5 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, whatever it is a difference maker in my life in my older age.
So you can imagine the impact that.
And baby boy, yeah. And it's just like, man, all the homies, all of us, man, a lot of the homies, the angriest, man, they just suffering from a father's love. They got mama's love, but mama only got so much love to give. Mama get burnt out and she turned into that lady off of that new Dr. Strange movie. Start tripping and shit. But we love you, mama. Mamas, we love all y'all. And for y'all that do y'all best, hey, shout out to you. And for y'all that don't make it, hey, don't do it don't work out like you want. We love you too, because I'm not better than not one of y'all.
Yeah, and I would say some things. Is that the only thing, or like main thing?
That's just the main. I feel like everything that's the big domino. It's a bunch of things. Financial literacy, maybe some different programs. But I feel like once you get that love, it's enough to knock down. It'll just come to you because it's God's love. You know what I'm saying? That's the part I probably didn't mention. The love of a father, true love of a true father is God's love 100%. Just like the true love of a mother is like God. I mean, love is love. True love is God. But when it's coming from your father, you can't have that connection to God if you can't get it from your father.
Yeah, so I grew up with my dad, so I feel like I was prepared at 18, although I didn't. I feel like it was a little being content, not sure what I wanted to do. I feel like I feel like I lacked financial literacy at the time. Even in my later 20s, I did. I can say probably early 30s, I just start kind of grasping it. And by then, you're in debt. You got to farm your way out of debt. But at 18, I felt like I was ready. My dad, he promoted being out of the house at 18. The expectation from him. But my mom promoted staying as long as you wanted. And I didn't want to college.
Yeah, who do want to live with that?
And I think I wasted time. At that time, I was kind of, I was staying with girlfriends type of thing, doing it the wrong way. So I think I wish I would have been better prepared by knowing that never stay with them. And you know what? I always say my dad pretty much told me these things. Did I listen? No. So I think one of the things, so I would say the two things that I wish I would have: financial literacy and just listening to my dad. Getting out the house at 18. I stayed for like 2 years, then I went to college. And even when I stayed for 2 years, I wasn't really staying. I just kind of kept my stuff over there. I lived with like a girlfriend, come back and pick up the shoes every month or two. Kind of like use it as a storage.
Yeah, I was working and stuff too, though. So, I mean, I said, yeah, it's hard to jump out here off the porch at 18, fresh out of high school with a basic American high school education, especially from public schools. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's the easiest thing for everyone to do. So you're going to have to get some type of skills. But on the real, if you just letting your kids stay with you and they ain't doing nothing, they waking up every day like it's fucking Friday and Saturday and, messing around, farting around, and 2 years after high school, they're going to look up and all their friends are going to be moved on. Yeah. 2 years after high school, either you're a sophomore in college or you somewhere working, getting knowledge. You know what I'm saying? In the form of money and currency. Yeah. You're doing something. And it's like the people that get stuck in that boat, which it's I don't know what the percentage is, but I know people who get stuck in that, where they stand with mama, stand with whoever. And then, like I said, 27, 28, you know what I'm saying? Especially men, let's just be real, fellas. We got to have better standards. As a man, you should want to have your own spot, at least an apartment by 25, 26, if not a house. White people are doing it.
Yeah.
White people are doing it.
Be okay. And I would say, because I'm off of solutions at this point, be okay with being by yourself.
It's okay.
Yeah, be okay with being okay by yourself. You can focus on your purpose. You can learn to manage your money properly, because in the long run, it'll pay off. And just really focusing on your purpose in your young years, that's when you got the most time to really focus on your purpose. Really? When you start having these kids and starting a family, your time becomes really minimal.
Because you got to do it around them.
Yeah, you're trying to find spots to do it in. Mm-hmm. And you're not going to be able to commit 100%.
Especially when them babies is new. Mm-hmm. Them new babies, they take a lot of time. You got to do everything for them. Yeah. You got to feed them, you got to change, you got to bathe them, you got to clothe them.
And you know what else? Once you focus on your purpose and you find yourself and you get into your purpose, all the women that you wanted, they'll flock to you anyway. And the ones you'll really find out you probably didn't even want some of the ones you thought you wanted, because you'll be at a different level in your life, and you'll really get to choose who you
like.
Yeah, you really
you'll find her. God will bestow her upon you. I also want to say this last point. Men, I think that the more goal oriented you are, the more goal focused you are in terms of what you're trying to do. I guess people say, well, what am I good at? What's my purpose? I always say, go back to what you did well as a child, what you did well when you were young, from high school all the way through. And that's like adolescence, you know what I'm saying? I still think you a kid if you under the age of 25. I mean, you still like a young kid to me, you know what I'm saying? But that's just because the human brain isn't fully developed till you're 25 years old. But if you're looking for if you don't know what you can do, if you don't have an idea what you're good at or what you can do, look at everything you did when you was a kid. Even the stuff that you didn't like, because writing is something I didn't want to do as a kid. My mother would make me write long chapters to make me study and learn the information that I was, studying at school. You know what I'm saying? And as a result, it helped me write. But writing was something I never wanted to do. Reading was something that I never wanted to do. Now, one of the number one reasons I write is because I'm good at it. Why? Because I had a lot of practice as a child. I was programmed to be a writer on accident to learn how to study better. So I go back to that. My creative stuff. I play with Legos a lot. To me, playing with Legos is like graphic design. Really, playing with Legos is like building websites, especially drag and drop. It was just putting stuff on top of stuff and layering it up. And it's Legos. So think about what you used to do when you were younger. And I ain't talking about sports. Did you draw? What did you do? Did you fix stuff? What were you interested in? Because that's where it is. And I learned this watching the movie Hook. Robin Williams. Go into your happy place. So when let me finish this tangent. When Robin Williams had to fly as Peter Pan, he had to fly here to remember he had to go back to where? His happy place. He had to go back to a happy place inside of him. And he went back to his children, but not even realizing that his happy place inside of him was when he was a child. Because children is always happy. You rarely see a child with a long face unless they just getting super traumatized by some crazy adults.
Yeah.
You never see it. Even when I be fussing at my son, he be sitting there with a smirk on his face. And I be like, what? Is you getting what I'm saying with this smirk? But I just learned that he's just a child. And he's naturally happy. So I don't want to be that adult. Wipe this smirk off your face before I smack you to the next week.
Yeah, taking their joy away.
Yeah. Adults, parents, stop taking y'all kids' joy away because your childhood was, not the best. That's what it really be about. Some of y'all parents, yeah.
You turned out fine. No, I did not turn out fine. I'm dealing with some shit. I'm trying to work through it. It's like, I might appear like this, but I'm going through shit I got to work out. I'm just handling it better than you are.
Yeah. Yeah, we all go through nothing, man. It's no such thing as
Sandwich with the wrong side up.